My name is Xavier, and welcome to Medieval Vampires. This campaign is going to be a little bit different than the last ones, in that there's going to be a little bit of role-playing. And by quote-unquote role-playing, what I mean is I'm going to be a medieval, ultra-intelligent vampire who just sits in his room and sticks his nose in books and whatnot all day long. I just don't care at all about the plight of the lesser mortal. I don't care that, you know, that Bob got a haircut and Sally has to go, you know, feed her pet to train it to jump or whatever. Like, these things don't concern me. I don't care that they're starving to death under the, like, bad colony management. I don't know who would manage their colonies bad in this game. But none of these things concern me. So I am essentially going to be sitting around doing nothing the entire time as an immortal vampire. And everyone else is going to be like, whoa, that guy's really cool. He's an immortal vampire. I want to be just like him. And so the goal is, hopefully someone can survive long enough to get voted by all of you in the comments enough times to receive 7 infusions of blood from me. And when that happens, they'll become the vampire campaign over. Voila. That's obviously going to take a long time for things to unfold. It probably won't actually work out. Along the way, I'm also going to have like a secondary objective of building like a cool medieval-style castle. And then around the castle, if we can manage to get bigger over time, we'll build like a little medieval village and some walls. And I'm going to plan a larger map to make kind of a more of a roleplay-oriented experience. Now, here's the problem. As a vampire, I need blood. And the role-playing experience is going to dictate that I will only feed on prisoners. And we're only ever going to have one prisoner at a time. So that's kind of like the difficulty thresholds to keep it interesting. And so what happens when I don't have enough blood is I go crazy and I start eating everyone and everything, and all of the madness and mayhem that ensues is going to be a grand spectacle to behold. So with that being the case, all of the peasants in the town are really going to be motivated to capture people. They may even want to go out on like a raid or whatnot nearby to capture someone to bring them back for me to feed on, because if they don't, they're going to be my meal that night. So, that being the case, let's go through some quick things here. This is my mod list. As always, in the description down below, you will find a link to all of these mods. And I did, okay, Where is Rich Soil is still outdated, but it does work fine. Just enable it. You might have to do, actually, an editing. You might have to edit, like, 1 or 2 characters in it to get it to work. I forget. But the medieval, oh, sorry, not the medieval mod. The Rim of Madness Vampires mod, I found this to be the most imbalanced gameplay experience I've ever experienced in my entire life. Like, it is like playing a game with God mode on, with cheat mode enabled, if you were an AI, an advanced AI from 200 years in the future. Like, it is, you literally cannot lose if you have this mod turned on with even one baby vampire at level 1. That's why I kind of gravitated towards role-playing my vampire not really being concerned with the affairs of mortals, because I just couldn't make an interesting campaign where the vampires did anything, because they were invincible gods. Even when I tried to make them worthless, they were really, really, really bad, or really good, rather. So I've nerfed the vampires like several million, I'm not even kidding, several million times over manually in this mod, but I don't think that's going to matter too much, because I'm not going to use them for more than just role-playing experience. That and kind of like a narrative driving machine. That being said, we'll go into my custom vampire scenario here. We have random pet ×2. Looks good. I have 3 people I'm starting with. Yeah, I did really good here with the description. We wake up from a long sleep. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best scenario creator. I'm going to do intense this time around because extreme is impossible, because my vampire guy will never be fighting, and he's worth kind of a lot in terms of points. So basically, we have 3 people to start the colony with. We're always going to be down 1 person, and we're going to have a lot of wealth. Just before recording this, I had finished up my last test campaign, which, by the way, I know at the end of the last campaign, I said I didn't want to spend 30 hours prepping for the next campaign. Guess how many hours I put into prepping for the next campaign? 31. Hour 31 of which I just finished, and I lost on Intense. So I'm pretty sure Intense is going to be really ridiculously difficult. But we'll go with Harvey as our seed. Whatever, that's default. I don't care. Generating the world. Wow, it's taking a long time for some reason. I also installed whatever this mod was, thanks to whoever mentioned. I think it's called Faction Control or something like that. It's, again, mod list in the description down below. Just expand it. This mod enables you to control how the factions are set up. And also, you can see that I kind of grouped them in, kind of loosely grouped them so that the same faction, like this one up here, the Crowned Village, they've got a whole bunch of cities up here, as you can see. So it may be kind of interesting to start someplace and be like, oh, we hate those guys, and we'll go kill every single one of their towns or something like that. The pirates are still rather well spread out. I do feel like I want to do a temperate forest. I feel kind of bad about that, though, because I've done so many temperate forest starts, but it feels very Transylvania-esque. Like, I can't imagine another biome being more, what is it, Romanian, I suppose, than temperate forest. Maybe boreal forest, but I don't know. I did boreal forest not too long ago as well. Let's just pick any old random place here. This is going to be similar to my my Vikings campaign, and then I'm going to have one base that we build up the whole game that gets really big and cool, and we'll probably leave it to go do missions. But this time around, we're not leaving for no reason. The guys will leave to go capture people to bring them back, so that, like, I think I already said this, so that I don't eat everybody in their sleep, basically. But there's a good driving reason for me to go out, other than, what the hell, let's go do a raid for some reason. Like, they have a legitimate reason to do it, which is a so much better narrative driving experience. So, anyway, either over there or over here I'm feeling. Or I also really like all these. Ooh, down here is really cool, but that's arid shrubland. I don't want to do that. Why don't we do something like right here in the middle? This looks pretty good. Let's just pick like a small hill. Temperate forest, what kind of terrain is this? This is a small hill. Looks good. I'm not going to think too much about it. We've got a few places here we can go, and a few places over here, and that's sufficient, I suppose. All right, now, I need to pick 3 characters to start with. The first one is the default vampire. We're going to kick her out, and then I already have one that I've made and prepared carefully. Let's just pick 3 people here. Night Owl, Cook, age 50, female. All right, this looks actually a lot like the Cinnamon from the last campaign, and Cinnamon, once again, is in this campaign. So this will be Cinnamon. Looks good. I can do some character modifications here if I wanted to, or actually, no, that's the psychology mod. I think I can... Oh, here it is. This is the one where I can change Cinnamon's look and appearance. I'll just stick with default. It's fine. It's fine. So Cinnamon really likes the animal. She's a night owl, abrasive. She's incapable of plant work and firefighting. That's very bad, because I only have 3 people, really. She's also a cook, a constructor, and social. That's a great character all around, though. Incapable of social. My one rule here is everybody has to be capable of fighting, because I only have 3 fighters, because I'm not going to ever be engaging in combat. This is going to be social, heavy sleeper, green thumb, crafting. All right, Cinnamon, you are not so much crafting. Wolf is looking good on medicine and crafting. That's not bad, actually. And the green thumb won't be bad either. All right, let's make this. This is a female. Who is this going to be? This is going to be Bessie. Welcome to the colony. As per usual, all the names are coming from my Patreon supporters, which, by the way, I'm very grateful that many of you are still sticking around, even though I've barely put out an episode for several weeks. Speaking of putting out episodes, the timetable for this campaign will be I don't know what. I'll try to make them every other day at best, but I'm super, super, super busy with work, so I probably won't be able to maintain that. Typically, I think this episode will do a double episode, so an hour and a half, and then the regular ones will be 45 minutes or thereabouts. Hopefully every other day, but I can guarantee you, with all the stuff that I have going on right now, it's not going to be that consistent. However, I might be able to do it consistent. I don't know. I want to. That's the thing. I really want to. I'll try to. But regardless, we got one more person here. Female, age 51, nervous, hard worker, cook. Sure. I'm good with all of these things. As long as everyone can fight, incapable of nothing, this is fine. We got another... Ooh, this is perfect! I have a harem of all females! Yes! All competing for my favor. I did, for a long time, think I was going to make this campaign literally all females except me. But I couldn't find any narrative justification to do that, other than, like, young male fantasies, so I dropped that concept. Who do I have here? I have Bessie, Cinnamon. Who else is on the list? Looks like we have Nimble! Nimbell. Wonderful. Oh, I gotta go to prepare carefully now. We need to load a character. This is me. Voila! Look at me. Look at me. I am the best vampire there ever was. Let's get rid of Camissa here. Yep. See you later, friend. I'm in here. Now, I am not going to be doing anything other than intellectual, burying my nose in the books, and I might also do art at some point if there's an opportunity to do that. But I won't be fighting. I won't be doing, anything else at all. Occasionally, I may, go save someone if that opportunity presents itself. But for the most part, let's roll. Only 10 minutes of talking before I start playing the game. Pretty good. Pretty good, by which I mean that's not that great, really. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the friendly fire mod. I'm not sure if it's updated or not, but I know I don't have it installed. Regardless, I'll look into that later. Let me quickly make a list here, or a note to myself. Friendly fire. I meant to look into it. I'm only now remembering. And let's click OK, and let's unforbid everything, and let's go through each character very quickly and give them some weapons. So Cinnamon's our de facto shooter. Let's come down here and give her one of these short bows. Great. Bessie looks like a good shooter as well. We'll have her get a short bow. Nimble, you can also shoot. You'll get a short bow as well. Every single one of you guys can go grab a sidearm here as a stabby, and good. Let's quickly look around. I'm playing on a large map. You can see it's a lot larger than normal, that's for sure. I like this map kind of a lot, though. We got a lot of grow zones here. Let's make this kind of our temporary base, if at all possible. So why don't we throw up first an order, just to get everyone busy. I need to talk a little bit about something, but I forget what it was already. Bloody hell. Oh, the pause. All right, yeah, I'll think about that for 2 seconds. So let's do this, this. You know what, we'll do that just in case. I'm just going to do something very quick so I can get a roof up, because I cannot be in the sun as a vampire. Come on, minions. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's do orders here. Zone area. Build a roof. We'll do something like that. Looks good. All right, so in the past, I've done no pause all the time. This campaign, I'm going to be doing no pause until there's battles, and then I will be pausing in the battle. I actually wish there was a slow motion. If a mod ever comes out that's a slow motion, let me know, and I'll use that instead of pausing. But... where am I? Over here. Let's get me out of the coffin here. Let's awaken. Voila. Look how cool. Oh, hold on. Let me, I'm going to pause just for a second right now, actually, because, again, I don't want to be doing any work at all. None. Zero. I'm not interested in this stupid work. Let's get this out of here. I'm not going to flick any switches. Not going to handle nothing. I ain't hunting nothing. Not constructing nothing. Not smithing. Not tailoring. I will do art. I will not craft. I will not haul. I will not clean... This is literally, this mod, this campaign, by the way, has got nothing to do with my real-life preferences. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I guarantee you this is not me just role-playing myself as I wish that I had lived. But that being the case, this is good. And one other thing I need to do, let me take this opportunity here. Did I just switch that mod off at the last second like an idiot? I did. There we go. Let me just show you guys how this works before we get into the thing. I hate playing on pause, though. But I need to, because by default, you start out and your blood feed mode is on humanoid, non-lethal. So I'll eat everybody here. I want to put it on lethal. I will eat people to death. And I think that's just a role-playing decision on my part. I just, again, don't care about none of these humans. They'll sweep my floor, so I'll tolerate their existence. If one of them can impress me enough, maybe I'll make them my vampire cohort and we can go murder a town. But until then, they mean nothing to me. I'm not even going to bother to not kill them. That being the case, I want to make sure I'm feeding on prisoners only. Because, you know, these guys are trying. They're trying to keep my floor swept. So... If possible, I'll feed on prisoners only. Now, what happens here with this... How do you... Vitae? I can't remember. Vitae? I think it's Vitae is how you pronounce it. I looked it up and then I forgot, of course. But anyway, you have 12 points here. Once this hits 4, which is about to... Every day I eat 1, or I'll use 1. Once it goes down to 4, there's a chance I'll go berserk and just start eating people to death. So, really... I need to make sure I stay above 4. It's going to be hard right now because nobody's here, and I'm not going to feed on animals or anything like that because that's just lame and cheating. That being the case, you can look at the colonists. They all have 7 blood, and then once I decide to feed them some blood, they'll become a ghoul, and once they get up to... if I feed them 7 times, they'll hit the threshold, and I can make them into a vampire, and voila, campaign over. So, that being the case, let's get back into actually playing the game, and I probably won't be pausing again until the next battle. But part of the reason why I will be pausing this time in a battle is because... You can see here in the character pane, there's a vampire ticker up there, skill sheet. There's all kinds of perks and abilities you can level through and like cool stuff you can do. Temporarily improves senses and ranged weapon skill. And there's also different bloodlines, so all of these things can change based on which bloodline you got. I happen to get the Tizimski bloodline, whatever that is. Beckoning. Summon a pack of wild animals to come to your colony. All right. Molding flesh-like putty. This ability restrains your form for a time to make it more appealing. Like, I don't think I need to be any more appealing than I already am. I mean, come on. If I could turn myself around, look at me. Look at me, guys! Do I need to be more appealing? I don't think so. Unfortunately, the fangs overwrite my goatee, because I had a really cool, like, I think in the thumbnail for this thing, you'll see it. But anyway, I need to actually play the game, and I'm kind of not really paying attention here. Let's reinstall my coffin, you know, up on this little alcove there. I have to be in the dark, very important. I will burn to death in the sun. We'll do a stockpile zone over here, I suppose. That can be basically for everything for right now. Let's immediately jump into food. That's the first thing we're going to need. We're going to need a fire pit. I did start with enough steel for a fire pit, and we'll put a butcher's block in there. I do have a whole bunch of wood. That's perfect. This thing, is it being reinstalled? Yes, this stuff will all get moved over. Awesome. I'll work on priorities in a minute. For now, let's go in here. I want everybody on fight mode. That's very important. Let's manage outfits. How do I do this exactly? Hold on. Okay, there's no outfit for me. Bloody hell. I'm going to have to make one. New outfit. I'm going to call this outfit. I can't import an outfit. Select outfit. No, I don't have one here. Outfit 5. All right, well, I'm going to call this outfit this one. Basically, I'm not going to wear anything. No accessories, no foot gear, no hand gear. The body gear will take off all outerwear, all these things. Yep, get them out of there. I'm just going to, like, roleplay. I wear my ancient medieval, like, impenetrable armor of awesomeness, which, by the way, I don't even know what it is. Let's go take a look. It's been kind of a while since I set this up. Royal plated armor and cape. That's what it is. All right, so with that being the case, please tell me I saved that outfit. I did. All right. Royal plated armor. I think it's a nanite, so we can shut off this. We can shut actually everything off. We'll open nanite. Royal plated armor and cape. That's the one. That's the only thing I will wear. Fantastic. We'll make that me. That way I don't go messing around and putting people's clothes on and whatnot. Why am I standing out here doing nothing? Watching for target. Oh, I'm on alert. I see. Removing my pants. That's definitely first action of the game. See you later, pants. Oh, I got a little puppy here named Link. He's going to survive all of 15 seconds. I've also got a husky named White. Do we have any other things? Nope, just the two of them. All right, well, we'll see if you guys can survive. At least for now, we have sort of like a little bit of a shelter from this rain. We will soon have some construction stuff going on here, and as per usual, one of the earliest things I need to do is a grow zone, rich soil. This is way too much rich soil for me. I feel like the game's gonna be too easy because of all of this. But we'll throw that in there, and we'll throw this in as rice. Looks good. And then I'll worry about the other stuff a little bit later for now. Let's throw in some sleeping spots so people aren't at least sleeping in the rain. If they have like a choice about it. Sleeping spot over here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not the best things in the world, that's for sure. But they'll suffice. All right. What was I saying about the combat? Oh yeah, there's a lot of different abilities you have. So during combat, I may need to like pause to use these things. Plus, I found that if you do pause during combat, there's a lot more opportunity for people to do really heroic things. And when someone does something heroic, I imagine some of you, it'll either be obvious, or maybe you guys can like hash it out in the comments and suggest that I feed some of them some blood. But you have to be careful about it though, because once they hit 7, that's basically the end of the campaign. The one that I had done before, I think I had gotten like 1 full season through it, and I only fed 1 person 1 blood. So this campaign could last a very long time. Very long indeed. Also, speaking of my castle here, I got my vampiric wood castle. You can see I've already kind of got like an outline for it. That's what it's going to look like eventually. And I figured we can put that maybe here somewhere in the middle and eventually grow out some walls and make a little medieval town, like a townlet or something like that. Or maybe I'll have like houses down here and there'll be a lot of space to run around in. This is like the first time I've really played with a huge map. Other than my test campaign just before this. It's interesting because people run for a long time. You have more time to react to stuff. They don't show up in the raid right next to your base. And if they come all the way down here, you could actually sacrifice like a little hamlet and then fall back to defend over there. I don't know. My point is there's interesting options, if nothing else. But this being the case, though, I need to set up this food. Are these things done? No. All right, well, I have clothing all set up. Our animals, I don't really need to give them an area right now. Let's speed up a little bit. Everyone's medical care, we'll give them by default that kind of medical care. Nimble, let's grab you, and we'll go to health, and we'll make our defaults right there. I think I could have done that some other way, but whatever. It's done now. Looking good. Let's make sure we don't have any, like, night sleeper. Yep, night owl. So Cinnamon needs night owl, heavy sleeper, green thumb, nervous, hard worker. Let's get Cinnamon sleeping 11 to 18 hours. So over here on the restrict tab, we'll do sleep, Cinnamon, 11 to 18. Beautiful. And the rest of the hours, you can do any old thing you like. All right. This is going to be kind of a mess. Oh, nice. We got the thing put in there. These things are ready to go. I think we can just add a build, butcher creature. Let's forget about that. Let's go do forever. And then over here, I think I have import bills, crafting spot, fueled stove. No. What is this thing called? Steel fighter pit. No, I never got one. All right, well, let's just put in a... I want to do full medieval, so we're going to go for week stew. We'll do until X. We'll make the X. We have 3 people who eat 2 meals a day, so that's 6. They last 3 days. That's 18. So I'll make, I think, 15. I'll just drop them on the floor, and I will pause them when we're down to, say, 8. Looks good. Close that off. We're probably going to need to hunt something very... Oh, perfect. I can also have the ability to make jerked meat. So you know what? It's not so bad to hunt all of these guys right now. Let's come over here, and let's set up another bill for cooked jerked meats. And we'll do this forever, and we'll just drop it on the floor. Awesome. Okay. So that'll be at least something, and let's make sure this stockpile zone here is just a little bit bigger so that when we drop food, it gets counted as being in the stockpile, and we don't overmake a bunch of food for no reason. Stockpile zone, something like, say, that and this. Just in case I'll do that. Awesome. You guys are out there working on this. Beautiful. And Bessie's out here sowing the fields. All right, I'm feeling pretty confident about this already. Barely got into it, and we're doing not bad. The only thing is, Cinnamon is going to be a night owl, sleeping during the day, so I probably don't want her hunting at night, because hunters at night do not do super well. So, why don't we switch around here? We'll get Cinnamon off of hunting. Put Bessie on the hunting. I should probably go through all of my priorities. So we have growing on Bessie on a 3. All right, let's go for a 5 and a 5. We'll do plant cutting on a 4 and a 4. So plant cutting always happens first. Let's do fighter fighting on a 1 on anyone who can do it. Patient will do a 2 all around. Ooh, I only have 1 doctor with... Oh, wow. I've only got 1 doctor, and they've got a 2 in skill. Well, I can see that's going to be an issue. Absolutely going to be an issue. So that being the case, let's make sure that whoever's giving emergency treatments, like Nimble here, let's go down to a 9. Nimble has a 0 at doctoring. So let's, we'll have Nimble just do the basic stuff like rescuing. Oh, no! A buck revenge 1 minute into the game? No! Oh, whew. Whew. Well, that could have been, wow, that could have been really bad right there. I can't believe, like, the first 3 things I hunt just turn into, like, an automatic, really bad thing. Let's come down here and grab this, and we'll turn on corpses really quick. Animal, awesome, so they can get in there. But yeah, like I was saying, that could have been, we got an infection this early in the game. Someone got, like, a leg ripped off. That could have been horrendous to start the game. Like, really, really, really bad. What was I doing now? I was doing these work things. So basically, Bessie's going to be the actual doctor giving treatments, and as such, give emergency treatment 3. We're going to have a 9 on Nimble. Rescue downed allies to bed. That's pretty important. We'll leave it at a 3. Operate on human likes. We don't want Nimble doing any operations. Put him at a 9. Tend to patients. 3. 9. Tend to self. I'm just going to leave it on a 9. Feed patients. You know what? We'll do a 4. So Bessie's less likely to do it, but Nimble's very likely to do it. Operate on animals. You know what? Even with a 0, I think Nimble can operate on animals just fine. Or, you know, I'm going to do it anyway. Tend to animals. That's doctoring. That's fine. Take prisoners to operations. Let's put that on a 4, so Bessie's more concerned with healing and stuff. Visit sick people 4. Awesome. Okay, so doctoring is set up. Bed rest will do a shift 2. All plus, I think. You know what? We'll leave it on a 3. For everybody. Of course, I just did everything wrong there. Flick will do like a 1. I don't think there are any flicks. No, there might be 1 or 2 flicks here or there. Wardening looks like it's 100% cinnamon, so we'll leave that alone. Animal handling we'll put on a 4. We'll actually take it off of Nimble and Bessie because neither one really likes it. Cooking, we have 2 cooks. That's awesome. It looks like Cinnamon's going to be the de facto cook here, though. We don't really need Nimble hunting at all. We'll take that off. Well... Actually, maybe Cinnamon won't be the de facto cook. I guess we have 2 people cooking because Cinnamon's kind of a night owl. So she'll cook during the night, and then Nimble can cook during the day. Construction, I really do want to have a very high priority. But I want to do, I think, a 4 all around here. In fact, we can even put construction... not construction, but... what is it called? Not build roofs. Remove roofs. I do want remove roofs and build roofs, like, unbelievably, stupidly high. I'll put them on 2. Construct place frames. I think they can both do that. We have a 7 up there. They both have... That's fine. I probably want those a little bit higher. And then here we go. Deliver. I can have Bessie deliver resources, even though she won't do anything else. Mine, deconstruct structures, uninstall. I want uninstall on like a 1 on literally everybody. This is like when I want to move up for caravanning and whatnot. Like pick up all of our beds or whatever we need to do. Remove floors, deliver resources. Okay, we can deliver resources here, sure. Smooth floors, looking awesome. Grow, plant, mine. Awesome. We'll put the mining up to 4 above plant cut, behind grow. And then otherwise, I'm doing the art. Nimble, no art. It's all me. I'm the artist of the town. And I'll deal with hauling and cleaning a little bit later. For now, I'll just leave it as it is. I know it's high and everyone's going to do that like as a priority, but I want to start getting to a little bit of thinking here. Like, what do I really need to do? First and foremost, I got to figure out where my base is. Ooh, a little town right here actually could be very cool, overlooking the water. All right, maybe I'll just go like all in on this, right? Let's go Vampiric Castle. Boom. Like I put in my castle. Like have castle, as they say. Yeah, sure. I'll do it. Let's grab all these floors here. Tiki floor. We're going to forbid all of these. Good. We do have the hoop stones here. We got tables here. We got a couple of traps there. Oh, that reminds me. I don't have any traps down there. That's the one thing that's really bad about having the marsh there. Oh, well. I screwed it up. Too bad. I do have these beds here, but you know what? We're going to probably end up canceling these. Bed rolls, rather. Because that's going to be highly dependent on what we can actually farm. Let's grab this spot here. And by farm, I mean what we can... let's deconstruct this one. What we can kill. I think it's all going to be deer hide, because we just got a whole bunch of deer hide, right? How much do we have? 132. Well, that'll make something. Let's go to production. A furniture, a bedroll, deer hide. For now, I'll just put them down over here. I'll do 1, 2, 3. I know I'm not going to have enough. I think each one was how much? 50. Actually, I may... Yeah. I may get very close. One more deer if I can find it. We'll have enough for 3 bedrolls. There are no more deers on the map. Yeah, that's great. Great. Sure thing. Sure a thing. Why am I building all of these things already? Probably because I meant to just build like the basics down here. But as you can see, I've already gone overboard by mistake. But you know what? It's a lot funner when you go overboard by mistake. I feel, because then things are always messed up. I really feel like this is going to be too easy with all this fertile dirt here and there. Speaking of too easy, though, let's go take a look at me, because as of right now, I am in territory of almost starving. Almost starving. I hope someone raids and we knock them out, because I am getting hungry, friends. I'm getting hungry, and when that happens, I am going to go on a murderous rampage. I can tell you what. Let's see here. Social. Exchange pleasantries with Xavier. Exchange pleasantries with Bessie. All right, so everyone so far has no real opinion here. +1, small talk. Small talk. We got a little bit more small talk. All right, Nimble. Ooh, Nimble is actually good friends with Bessie for some reason. Conversation about human nature, +20. Interesting. They were talking about the nature of humanity while living under a vampire lord, trying to become vampires themselves. Fast. I wonder what that conversation would have sounded like. God, if you guys want to write a story in the description down below, like telling me what they just talked about, I would love to read it 1,000 times over. Like that just sounds so cool. I really wish there was more interactivity on YouTube. Ooh, speaking of interactivity, there's Muffalos up here. Do I dare hunt them? If I do, we can get a massive stockpile of jerked meats, which would last us a long time. And I can get all kinds of leather to make some basic clothing. Ooh, speaking of basic clothing. Yes, I remember now. Production, crafting spot. We can make all kinds of cool basic stuff here, like adobe bricks. We can make tribal stuff. We can make some recurve bows. We can make summer capes, which are very good for keeping warm and cold, regardless of season. I absolutely want some of those, and I want all this wood stuff right away. You know what? That being the case, let's grab all this stuff here. We'll select similar. We will forbid all of it. All of it. The only things I want to build for right now... Why can't I grab this? Hi, friend. Can I grab you? Did I unforbid all of these things? I think I did. Oh, bloody hell. There we go. I'm really bad at this for some reason. Where do I want to make... You know what? Since I've already started in the top here, let's do this. Let's grab all of these things. We will temporarily forbid all of that. We'll grab all of these things there. We'll forbid those. And I think what I will do is actually start up here. This wasn't my plan. In my test campaigns, I had started down here, but you know what? This will work out just fine and dandy. We'll put these things on. We'll move into this as our house pretty soon, and at least we'll have some place to eat, even though it's kind of in a dumb place. Let's put it up here, I suppose. Or I could have it be over... Now, let's put it kind of centrally located. We'll make it, like, right here. That looks good to me. And we'll kind of leave that alone, except there's a lot of doors here that I don't want to build at all, so why don't I grab this one door? That's a bush. Wooden door. All right, select similar. We'll grab all of you guys, and we'll forbid all of you, because that's a lot of wood that goes into those doors, and we've already kind of made a couple of them for no good reason. Speaking of no good reason, let's go to research. Let's go to medieval. Let's go to medieval technologies. Let's hit research. Awesome. I'll start. Wait a minute. No, I won't. Hold on. 200. All right. Let's go over here to options. I have to do this every time I start the campaign. It is research time. This is a mod where you can increase globally in all games or current game. I'm going to increase the research by a factor of 10. 10. I kid you not. Like, it is so... The research in medieval mod is so mind-numbingly easy. Like, you can finish the whole tech tree in 2 seasons, not even having characters that are good at research, not even having, like, a good research bench or anything. It's ridiculous. Even with a factor of 10, I'm probably going to finish everything in, like, 2 years. Well, then again, I will be sitting there the entire time. Reese, look at me! I'm so happy in my little cubby alcove coffin. God, I love... I could easily live in a cave, honestly. If it weren't for the fact that there were, like, lots of insects in caves, like, crawling all over me. I do feel like I would prefer a cave to, like, any sort of normal structure built above ground. Then again, I think it's kind of, like, damp. You'd probably get some sort of lung disease. But if I was a vampire and immune to all that stuff, heck, I'd be good for it. I would absolutely be good for it. All right, Nimble's down here working on these benches. Let's reinstall them up here. We'll get our hoop stone. Let's reinstall that, over here, I suppose. I guess. I don't know. No, here. Here's a fine place for that. Wow. Things are actually getting built pretty quick. Surprisingly. Next up, let's think about this for a second. Probably going to need to get rid of all these chunks. I imagine here will be our craft. Ooh, visitors. Oh, I'm about to be a starving vampire, and there will be visitors here. A group from the Blue Squirrel Rocassia are visiting this colony. Rocassi? I don't know. Either way, here's some guys who may or may not be food for us. Extremely low expectations. They don't really seem to have anything. Wooden club, cloth wraps, deer hide boots. Yeah, they don't have anything. They just have a little bit of pemmican. Speaking of, I'm good on food. I have 35 jerked meats. I got 1 week stew. Do I want to assault these guys solely for the purpose of having my own character not eat some of my people? Kind of, but at the same... Oh, here we go. We got a couple of deer hide beds. That's nice. Let's grab 2 of these things and we will deconstruct them. Beautiful. And then when we get the last one going, we need to kill another deer for that, though. And any more deers? No, they haven't shown up. We do still have to kill those muffalos, I think. But we'll do that in the future. Anyway, for right now... Let's work on the next step, which is going to be getting rid of these ridiculous bricks. I do feel like right here is going to be my crafting thing eventually. So what I'll do is I'll put a bunch of bricks here, and here, and here, and there. And we'll grab these, we'll clear them all, we'll turn on chunks, beautiful. We'll copy that, we'll come here, we'll paste it. Done. All right, you guys are working on the final choppies and walls here. It looks like we're actually... I was going to say I'm idle, but no, I'm always going to be idle until I get my workbench up and working. Research bench here. So, maybe I need more trees? I don't think this is going to be enough. It might be. I don't know. We'll see. We got a few chops as well inside the base. I guess we'll do all that. That should definitely be enough to finish all of these things. And then we'll grab all these chunks here. We'll haul those guys out. Let's select similar... there's any more. Yep, great. We'll haul those. Wow, we actually have someone... Oh, you know why? Because I have hauling still very high on the list. Let's haul these things. I don't think these guys have anything to trade, right? Who's our social guy? Warden 3 on a cinnamon. Cinnamon, where are you? Over there? Could you come over here and trade? No. Over here? No. They're using our bench in the middle of the thicket. The great place to sit down and eat some pemmican when you're mostly naked, apparently. Cloth tribal wraps. Oh. Oh, is she wearing tribal wrap? She looks naked to me, but I can barely see some, like, very tiny tribal wraps on her. Okay. Well, since nothing really is going on here, I was gonna go redo my work priorities, but I'm so low on the blood. I'm so low on the blood. I want to feed these guys to me more than anything. Cinnamon, can you come over here? I can't work on the wall. Nimble, you? No, we're out of wood. Cinnamon, come over. Well, you won't cut a wall. Let's come over here. Let's wake up Bessie to go chop this wood down. Where the heck is she? Oh, she's a heavy sleeper. I can't wake her up. Already we're running into issues. All right, Nimble, it's going to be all you. Chop this wood. Oh, you're so... Oh, no! The visitors are leaving, and I have gone on mental break. I'm a torturer, by the way. I've unleashed my inner beast. All right, Cinnamon, get over here quick. I want to eat Nimble to death if you don't hurry up. Hurry up. Nimble's down to 4 blood. Hurry up, Cinnamon. You gotta distract me. Just shoot. I'm an evil vampire. Shoot, quick. Nimble's down to 3 health. Come on, you don't have time for this. All right, stabby. Take him down. Oh God, Cinnamon, put me down. Nimble, no! Cinnamon, hit! Oh, bloody hell. Well, that's medieval vampires for you. I got hungry and I saw a snack. A nimble snack. And I ate it up good. Okay, Cinnamon, are you done? You're just gonna... Oh, I'm not even full yet. I was 11 out of 12 full. I'm so hungry. Yoink. Okay, I'm done. Look at me. I picked up a knife. I'm like, stabby. What am I actually doing with that knife? Oh, I was dropping it down there. So even though I'm set to not haul anything ever, the mod, while you're up, I believe, will still apparently make me haul by grabbing something locally and moving me across. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. All right, well, this campaign's off to a fantastic start. Thanks for submitting your character name, Nimble. We knew ye well, as they say. Good lord. Meanwhile, Cinnamon's over here just, she's okay. What? I bit off her toe? Whoopsie daisy. You didn't need that toe anyway. Here's the thing, though, Cinnamon. Let this be a motivator to you. Just like real life, if I'm going to chop off your toe, it's only because I want you to do better. Like, you impress me, and I will give you the power to grow that toe back. I kid you not. It is a thing I can actually do. Red Hill. Yeah, that's a great name for this place. Let's call it Blood Red Hill. The Blue Moose Maber. What? The Blue Moose. Let's call it the Blood Moose Maber. What the heck's a Maber? I don't even know what a Maber is. The Blood Moose Monstrosity. I totally spelt that right. All right, good. Faction is now known as Blood Red Hill. Awesome. A mental break, the beast. Well, we got to look forward to... I should have freaking captured those guys, and I was actually working... I was trying to chop down the tree, get just enough wood to finish this, so I could put down some sleeping spots so I could make that for prisoners. So I had a room, and then I was going to go over there and try to arrest them, and then hopefully I would eat them because they'd be prisoners. But as you all saw, I was too slow, I didn't pre-think it, and Nimble has paid the price. Oh no, White! Don't eat the freaking colonists! Arrgh! God, it didn't take long for this campaign to go south, huh? Let's go miscellaneous sarcophagus. Where are we going to put all of these people? I actually want to put them in here. This is going to be my room. Eventually, I'm going to make it really cool and medieval. Eventually, like in the distant future, this is going to be my castle, like just for me. For now, everyone's going to kind of live in it and sweep the streets, but eventually I'm going to kick them out. And I think, like, if I just keep saying eventually, something will happen eventually. But for now, we'll put that down there. It looks like Bessie is tending to Cinnamon. Let us see what Nimble had as a cat. Oh, cooking, constructing, growing. A hard worker too. Oh, good lord, what a loss. What a loss. All right, well, that happened. On the plus note, I don't need this bed anymore, so everyone's got their own bed, huh? I mean, great. Let's deconstruct that thing because we're not going to have the resources to make it anyway. I can drop down my food production. There's 2 of us who eat 2 meals a day. That's 4 meals a day. So that's 12 total. Let's drop this down then to 10, and we'll drop this down then to 5. This colony sucks. I love it. I love it. So in the past campaigns, there were 2 big issues I had with the just in general, making campaigns. Number one is I never really had a good reason to go do raiding and like actually fight the raiding mechanics. Like I tried to force it with the medieval nomads, and then I tried to do it with the Viking, like, oh, we need to raid because we're Vikings, I guess. But this time around, we have a legitimate reason to raid to avoid that happening, which is really, really, really awesome. Like, we get a message like, oh, there's somebody you can rescue. Yeah, by rescue, we mean feed to me is what we really mean. Also, the other issue I had is that it was always, I never really had like a good victory condition for a lot of the campaigns. Like, get to the spaceship, it's kind of lame. This time around, make someone into a vampire, and they have to earn it, and they have to be, like, voted there through good deeds that I actually notice. That sounds pretty cool. And the other thing is, if I want to, I can literally never lose this campaign because the mod's so imbalanced. I can just regenerate. Like, even if I die, I can immediately jump back to life and just eat people up and then just spam heal. By default, the heal on the mod is set to 11 seconds. I kid you not. 11 seconds with 1 blood. You can just, you can sit there in a town of 40 people, sucking the blood out of them while they all shoot you, just spamming heal. I increased that, I think it was 12 seconds to 2.4 million seconds, which I think is like a month, to try to make it semi-balanced. Now, if I ever get around to making these people into ghouls by giving them my blood, they will also have the same kind of abilities. So I was thinking, all right, maybe eventually we could get Cinnamon up to the point where Cinnamon could regrow a limb or something like that. And I also increased the costs kind of a lot to hopefully make it... Oh, God! Nimble's head was gone already. White, Link, stop eating! Nimble, we gotta bury her! Bloody freaking hell. Can't even work on the sarcophagus because we don't have any wood. Alright, well, let's micromanage this a little bit. But anyway, yeah, like I was trying to say, I tried to balance the vampiric abilities to the point where it'll be like a really cool thing if we do get to heal or regrow a scar, rather than I just literally sit there spamming heal and I never die, which is not very narrative enhancing. But let's get over here. We'll mess up all these trees. We get 60 wood. Oh, God. No. I need that wood. What am I doing now? I'm fully healed. The torturer. I'm fully healed. Hey, Bessie doesn't seem to care. I mean, this is what happens, right? You give me a high five when I walk by when there's a headless corpse sitting here right next to you, because you don't care. This is the stuff you see every day when you want to be a vampire. You know, people always romanticize about it. They watch, like, the Vampire Diaries, and they're like, oh my God, Dina Dobra's so hot. But in reality, you have to stand on headless corpses for how many dozens of hours to become a vampire to have any chance of something in that show actually happening. I guess going to high school again is what you get to do as your reward. That'd be awesome. If after this campaign I made a new campaign and it was like going back to like medieval school, and there's like forget this line of thought. Let me think about something else here that's not so stupid. All right, can you please make this thing over here, Bessie? We need to get Nimble in there. We really need to get Nimble in here before she's completely gone. How many parts has she lost? Only 20%. Of course, you know, her head is like the first thing White had to go out there and eat. Can I rename White to, like, Blood Red? I do love the Blood Red, as you can see right here. I've never dyed my hair red. I've had my hair blonde many times. It's brown, naturally. I don't think I've done anything weird, like, color-wise. Maybe once, because I knew this, like, hairdresser guy, and he was super bored. He's like, let's go spend 4 hours doing your hair in my shop or whatever. But even then, I think it was still blonde. Definitely not blue. Okay, Bessie's done, and there we go. Let's go bury the corpse. Episode 1. And we're already reading sarcophagi. Or sarcophaguses, I guess. Or a sarcophagus, because there's only one of them. An awful sarcophagus for Nimble. A sarcophagus bears an illustration of Nimble being incapacitated without emotion or expression. Yep, that's me. Nimble's eyes are closed. The work is infused with the idea of lonesomeness and is done in a classical style. There is a plane beneath the main subject. This artwork tells the story of the harming of Nimble on 9th of April, 5500. Yeah, that sounds about right. The idea of lonesomeness. Pretty much. I think that embodies my character here, just wandering around, bored out of his mind. He really wants to not be lonely, but at the same time, you know, lesser mortals, they just won't do. It's got to be someone serious, someone who can stand, like, the tortures of a human life and overcome them to become a vampire. Nimble just wasn't up to the task, friends. Just wasn't up to the task. She couldn't even handle a single bite in the neck. You know, the funny thing is in my last test campaign, Christine was in it as a character, and a caravan showed up, and they somehow died. I forget how, but they dropped, like, this incredible armor on the ground, and she got it, like, right out of the gate with an awesome halberd. And so when I went on crazy bite mode, she would come in automatically and assault me, and she actually knocked me down several times and saved lots of people. It was awesome. So I'm hoping for something similar like that. Even though I'm invulnerable, I can be knocked out, which will end my blood rage, which is pretty cool. But, you know, for right now, everyone's just sitting here with, like, tunics on, with their short bows. They're not really going to have any chance. The best they can do is interrupt me biting, make me angry, and I'll turn around and bite them. But you know what? The way that it works is there's 2 people with 7 blood each. But by default, I will eat one to death. Or, if I can split it up, naturally, I could eat one and then eat the other one and not kill either one. However, I'm not going to do that manually because it's stupidly easy. Like, you know, what the heck is all this? There's like something at the door that keeps, I think Donut's punching the door. But anyway, if I did it manually, what would happen is it's just too easy. It's way, way, way too easy. So I'm just going to let myself be like a crazy, murderous, roaming vampire. Basically, those 2 guys who showed up, I could have killed them both, eaten them both to full, and then made both, like, 2 of my 3 characters into vampire. If I wanted to, I could have just eaten raccoons and deers and made everybody a vampire on day 1. It's kind of lame, really. So we're just going to roleplay it like that. But if you wanted to do it, you know, you could. You could do it with the mod. So that being the case, you know what? Since we're sitting here doing nothing, why don't we... I really should be researching, but, you know, I haven't built the table yet. I am short on the wood. I went way overboard on the wood, as always, and now we're even short on people who can cut wood. I only have 1 person. I got 1 cook over here. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Let's get Cinnamon off of smithing. I don't know why Cinnamon was on smithing. We do need someone cleaning. You know what I want to do here? Something I found that was really awesome. Let's do, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to make Cinnamon the cleaner. And I want cleaning to be higher priority than cooking. So what Cinnamon will do is keep everything clean, and then when she goes to cook, and like when she butchers and spills blood on the floor, she'll clean it up immediately. So let's do that. We'll put her hauling higher, and we'll get Bessie's hauling a little bit higher as well, so it comes after growing. That's very important. We only got 1 grower in the whole colony now. That is crazy. And animal handling. Yeah, this will work out, I think. It'll work out. Let's put all of these things up higher so that cleaning happens first. In fact, let's put all of these things on a 6 because they're not very important, and hauling will come before them. And I do know that on hauling, there's a few things I always want to have high. So refuel fuelable buildings. Let's put that up a little bit. I'll put it on a 3. I also want to rearm traps on like a 2. I want that super high. Haul resource, no, not haul rottable is what I want. Haul resources, haul rottable items. All right, let's put that a little bit higher. Just 1. And there's 1 more. Haul deteriorating items, 4 and 4. Okay, so that's, you know what? Let's actually do 3 and 3 for all of those. And then there's a couple other ones here. Unload carriers, we'll put that on a 1 because I think that has something to do with caravans. Trade ice blocks, gather ice blocks, load caravan. Yeah. If I ever get around to doing it, we'll make sure we'll have it on a 1. Load transporters, I'm not sure what that is, but we'll put it on a 1. Strip corpses, we'll put that on a 2. Bury corpses, we'll put that up on a 2. Beautiful. Haul corpses, we'll put that up on like a 3. I want that very high. And that should be good. Should be good. All right. That's all taken care of. This is taken care of. This is all good. We're fine. Now then, we've really got to move into our base that I massively overbuilt. But it does look like we have all the wood put in. And I can finish it up. As long as I have people on construction, which I do. Cinnamon will work on that whenever she's healed. And for right now... her left little toe. I bit off her left little toe. That's what you get, Cinnamon. You try to put me down while I'm in the middle of feeding. You're gonna lose your toe. I wonder if I had not done that, if I would have gone after some animals, just the nearest thing. You know, maybe I probably would have eaten the white or link or something like that, and then whoever was bonded with them would have went crazy. But what a game. All right. 49 minutes in, we got another 45 or so minutes since this is a double episode. It's also very weird for me because I've been working like 12 hours a day the last 2 weeks. And I'm so out of the habit of recording. I don't know. I'm just not in the rhythm, as it were. I'm not feeling the rhyme. It's definitely not the bobsled time in this proverbial house. Although, to be fair, it is hailing outside, which is one of the reasons I had an opportunity here to film this at all today. Cinnamon, can you please get out of bed? There we go. You're fully healed, and you're still sleeping! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's because I've done this 400 times, so of course I forgot to do it this time. Let's make sure everyone's unrestricted in their sleep schedule, and we only order them to go to sleep at the right hour. That way, if they've slept for 4,000 hours like Cinnamon just did, they won't sit there sleeping when they don't need to. Awesome. Awesome McPossum, friends. Now we've got some rooms here. Cinnamon, since you built that room, you know what? We'll reinstall this there. That'll be your little room. We'll reinstall these tables up here so you guys have places to eat. I should probably also throw in a little stockpile zone here. You know what? We'll put it right there. Great. We'll grab this. We'll do storage, clear all, meals, priority, important. So all our meals would be stored there right next to the place we're going to eat them. And let's reinstall that little thing there. It looks good. Oh! Cinnamon failed the construction of the bench. That's very bad because we have a limited amount of steel. Oh, whoops. I actually built a whole second thing down here because that was in the... I didn't mean to do that. Steel fire pit. You know what? We'll just uninstall you. And butcher's block will uninstall you as well. I don't need those there at all. Those were just part of the blueprint that I had forgotten to disable. Look at Cinnamon go. Now we're talking. Woo! That is a nice sight to behold right there. All of the wood is in. Roofs are up. You know what that means. Let's grab my sarcophagus. We'll put it right in here. This is going to be my awesome evil room. We'll make some stones in there. We'll put some, like, medieval armor on the walls. We'll put some, like, awesome braziers with light. We'll put some blood red carpet in. This might be, believe it or not, the first time I ever actually researched carpet making. 24,000 research. I also have a mod here. Where the heck was it? I just saw that. Roadways. Basic road working, stone laying, pavement, highways. So the way that works is I can send out a caravan and then I could have them build a road out. And I'm not sure if I want to use that or not. My original plan was to have my to have some wargs and have the vampires ride the wargs, and I was going to have like the peasants go out and build roads to various towns, and then once they were complete, I would have the vampires ride out on their wargs, like assault the town and come back. But that was before I realized how like overpowered the vampires were. And I just couldn't find a way to make that interesting at all. Like, it sounded interesting, but in practice, it was just always easy and never had any tension. So I decided to not do that. I did uninstall the mods that you ride on, but I left that one in because I just forgot about it. Maybe I'll use it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Whoa! Okay, that's a raid. I was just about to check my character here to see what was up with my blood and how long it's going to be till a raid. Till I need to eat, rather. But, since we have a raid, they will prepare for a while and then attack. Let's go see. Goodfellow. Oh, hello, Goodfellow. The 78-year-old male drifter attacking a vampire nest. Brilliant thinking. Why don't we add you to the colony, right? Because you'd be an asset and a half. Heavy sleeper, bleeding heart. Yeah... Well, you're incapable of intellectual and artistic, the two things I actually do. You love, well, you like, rather, mining, crafting, construction. You are actually a fantastic character. Except for the heavy sleeper. Psychically sensitive, I don't care about that. Bleeding heart, you want to help people? That's never going to happen. You'll probably go on a few mental breaks if we can manage to capture you. But you know what? Let's do it, and if nothing else, I'll eat you first the next time I go on a rage. And that way we'll keep Bessie and Cinnamon alive. Assuming I can manage to pull that off. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do. He wandered really far there, but he's going to hang out there for a little bit before he continues his assault. Why does it sound like rain? Sounds like rain, right? Oh, it is raining. Yeah, I can see it barely. I don't know if you can see it in the render. It says fog, but it's actually raining. Cinnamon, what are you up to? Meditating. Not a bad idea. I mean, to be entirely honest, given the current situation here. You know what? You don't seem to mind the fact that I bit your toe off. That's... I guess when you want to become a vampire, you're willing to sacrifice a toe. Or 2. Or 10. Or all of them. Because you can just regrow them later, so who cares, right? And you are friends with the only other person in the colony. Or at least you like her. She doesn't like you so much back. Interestingly enough. Rescued me, plus 15. All right. So it was actually Nimble here who was friends with someone from before. Interesting. All right, well. So Goodfellow should be on his way over soon. I'm just hoping to get a little bit more work out here. Get these final roofs put in. Oh, he's coming over. Okay, Cinnamon, get up here. Bessie, don't run out there like an idiot. He's coming in from probably right here in the middle. So let's get you over there, and we'll get Cinnamon right here. This will be a great little alcove to shoot him through. He's got just a sticky stick. Well, I'm thinking about it. Production, medieval furniture, sleeping spot. Let's put the sleeping spot. Bloody hell. You know what? We'll just grab this. We'll make that for prisoners for now. Come on, guys. Come on. Good fellow. Good fellow. Oh, he's going to take the smart way in. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell's he doing? Here. He's going to come around this way. All right. All right. What the heck? What's he doing? Melee attacking wooden wall. Are you insane, good fellow? Are you insane? Get in there. Cinnamon. Stabby, stabby. All right, now, here's the thing. Bessie switch. I wish someone could tell me why this mod doesn't work sometimes and does other times. The simple sidearms mod. Because some of the characters it works on, other ones it doesn't, and I cannot figure out what's going on. Let's capture Goodfellow, though. Because right there, Cinnamon did not automatically switch, and I had to switch her over manually. Death in 11 hours. Okay, I think we can keep him up. Let's bring him on in. Bring him on in. There we go. Who's our resident doctor now? Actually, don't remember, even though it's been like 2 seconds. Medicine. There we go. 2 on Bessie. And she herself is pretty well beaten up. Let's go tend to him. Do we actually have no... I think Cinnamon can still do doctoring, though, right? Nope. We only have 1 doctor right now. All right. Well, you don't need to self-tend yourself there. But before you do, let's keep Goodfellow alive in 9.8 hours. Come on. We'll patch him up a little bit, right? Just to stop the blood loss. Good. Good. And let's get Bessie here and tend to herself. Why does she drop? What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Why didn't you just use the meds that you threw the meds on the ground and then you run out here to get new ones? You're like, these meds are lame meds. They're for prisoners. Look at this old guy. He's awesome. God, Bessie's apparently super picky about even things that are designated to prisoners. He wants nothing to do with it whatsoever. Make sure okay, she's all patched up. No, don't go to... No, don't... Damn it, she went to sleep and she's a heavy sleeper. Now I can't get her up to come over here and finish patching up Goodfellow. All right, well, for now, since we're really showing in characters, let's go for an immediate chat and recruit, right? 62%. Do we have anyone who can even do social? Yes, we do. Cinnamon. Now, here's the problem with this, right? The problem is that if I do recruit him, then I don't have anyone to feed on. And I'm currently down to 8 out of 11. So I've got about 5 more days. Hopefully someone shows up before then. Oh, also, my research bench got done, so why don't we put that in here? That looks like a cool place for it. I got a torch down there as well. Let's deconstruct that. I don't need that there. All right, well. It's a start, I suppose. 8.8% chance to recruit him with Cinnamon. Interesting. Construction failed again on Cinnamon. That is just crazy. I'm also really glad I made her heal herself, because I don't think she would have by default. No, she wouldn't have, because I had to turn it on. And I still don't think she would have unless it was manual. Maybe she would have. I've never actually seen anyone self-tend themselves without me directly telling them to. But she would have went to bed as a heavy sleeper while bleeding in the pillow and probably would have gotten an infection and then would have died because she's the only person who could have tended herself. And she then would have had to have tended herself while bleeding with an infection in her neck. Like, it would have been a disaster. But since I'm literally the best Rimworld player there ever was, I avoided all of that nonsense. Let's deconstruct these stupid things down here. I didn't want them there in the first place. Those are for times long ago. In a distant, distant world. Come on, Cinnamon. Let's get Goodfellow in here. 10% chance with a fail. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Surprised that it's that high that early on. I mean, he was a male drifter. It's not like he was, really... Oh, I just saw my dogs eating my jerked meats there. Unfortunately. I'm not sure really what to do about that other than to allow it. So I think I'll just allow it. I should probably actually train up this white here. Let's go to training. Let's train him up in obedience and release. That way I can put him as a escort for whoever is my hunter. Who is my hunter here? It's gonna be Bessie. Yeah, so she'll have an escort. Actually, the campaign that I had lost just prior to this one, trying to get the experience I needed to get going on this one, all spiraled out of control when an animal went on revenge and attacked my super awesome hunter, and then he lost a leg, and then he lost his life to infection, and then like we lost a raid, and then all these things like went out of control. Terrible. So it's fresh in my mind that I need an escort for my hunter, so we'll train up White whenever the opportunity presents itself, which won't be very soon because there's still a lot of stuff to be doing here. Actually, that's not true. We're doing a lot of hauling, surprisingly. Or maybe we had just done that before. This hauling's all on a 5. It's happening before crafting, tailoring, and smithing. Speaking of tailoring and smithing, let's do some armors. Oh, what just happened? Oh, it sounded like I got the notification that Goodfellow was recruited, but no. Hunter lacks ranged weapon. We'll have Bessie just switch over there. Okay, that's solved. Let's make some wooden armor to keep our characters alive. That'll definitely help out. Where the heck is it? Why am my brain is just like... Brain? Like, what the hell, brain? Oh, crafting spot. I saw it like 19 times. Let's put it in here. I think I did put one up here before, right? Yeah, I had started to do this and then I got distracted by who knows what. But let's come over here, add a bill. I do want some adobe bricks. I'll just put those in so I don't forget about it. Additionally, you know what? Recurve bows would be really nice right now. Let's make actually 3 of these. And I don't have enough... Like, I would love to hunt those muffalos, but I'm so short on people, I can't be spreading that thin. Speaking of spreading thin, this is how much stuff I've grown so far. Okay, that's really thin on the spreading there. Let's do wooden plates. We're going to make wooden boots. We're going to make some wooden bracers, and we're going to make some wooden helmets. Every one of these we're going to do until X. Let's zoom out so you guys can see, because I'm focused over here, but... Maybe you guys want to watch what's going on. There we go. Bessie's actually harvesting and starting to do all that stuff over there. In the meantime, until X, we're going to make this 1, 1, 1, and 1. We will bring these to the stockpile, and let's set up the filters for the 52. Beautiful. That way the beaten up ones we won't count. Beautiful. Nope, this one here. Awesome. And one more. And then we'll have, like, level 0. Oh, that's the wrong side. 52. Beautiful. Okay. And then these adobe bricks, you know what? Let's do until X. And we'll make the X probably, you know what, plus... Let's say 250. And we'll leave that alone. Recurve bow. Well, I think those just require wood, so we should be able to make those if we just chop a few trees. Good. Now, I need to make sure everyone's doing the trees here. We got growing on a 5. Plant cutting was on a 4. Bessie, what are you up to on a day-to-day basis? I wish I could see, like, a history log of what she did all day. And now she's just relaxing socially. We'll watch her for a little bit here and see what she gets up to. She's just hanging out in a dark room, eating some meat on a dark table. She's sewing an area. So she's doing it. It's just she's doing it really slow. 12% chance that on Cinnamon to recruit Goodfellow. Not bad. And how many more days till I go insane again? Probably 4. All right. What the heck is this? What the heck is... Oh, that's right. Because I will just randomly feed on any prisoners when I'm even remotely hungry up until they're dead. So, okay. Well, here's what happens. The prisoners will spawn 1 blood per day, and I will use 1 blood per day. I really, really wanted to modify that because it just felt stupidly easy to me to just only need 1 prisoner to keep 1 vampire stabilized indefinitely. I had a really awesome idea of having like a prison colony with a lot of people working in it. That was one of my earlier variants of this campaign, where I actually used like the prison work mod, so my prisoners could cook and clean and all that. It was mind-numbingly easy, though. It was so easy, it was boring, and I fell asleep. However, the developer of this mod did say that he would add the ability to the definitions so that I could mod these factors. Right now, you can't mod them, like how much blood per day you have, or how much you generate, how much the vampires need. And there we go! Goodfellow has joined the colony. Nice work, Cinnamon, bringing us back from the brink of death. Got a nice couple bites there on Goodfellow's spleen or something. I'm not even sure what that... Yeah, bite in the neck, according to this. That doesn't look like it's the neck to me, but whatever. Now, Goodfellow is going to be the brand new Xander. Welcome to the colony, Xander. Heavy sleeper who likes to mine, construct, and cook and craft. All right. This is good. Ooh. You know what? Let's copy Bessie's thing, and we'll paste that into Xander right there. Beautiful. And then let's adjust it as necessary. Growing of a 3, that's enough. It's enough to... I just need people doing it, really. Let's put cooking on a 3 up there as well. I know cleaning's, like, insane for everyone. Let's get Bessie off the cleaning so she can do more other things. I know everyone's doing hauling above, like, crafting and whatnot. Xander has a 5 in crafting, but he likes it. You know what? Bessie also likes it and has an 11. That's fine. You can have both of them doing it. In case one of them gets sick or dead or something, I won't have a giant period of time where no one does anything. For crafting, we'll do a 5 here on the mining. Cinnamon's actually idle? No way. Hold on. Let me move this out, zoom that down, zing that back. Xander, what's up with you? Oh, you know what? We don't have a... the hell's it called? First of all, let's take this off of for prisoners. Secondly, let's reinstall this over here. Thirdly, let's make a hospital kind of place. God, I don't really have a place for a hospital. I guess I could make it in here. This is our multi-use room, right? That makes sense. All of you guys, we'll make you medical. Beautiful. I need another one of these, actually, because we have multiple people. I'll throw one in here. Kind of cramped. Kind of cramped, but whatever. We'll make do. For now, I really would love to hunt those things. Xander, could you actually just go to bed? Or yeah, there we go. Go rest in the sleeping spot, and then we can get you healed up. Speaking of healed up, let's do a quick zone order over here for a medicine stockpile. Throw it right there. Beautiful. Should be high priority. Important. Wonderful. And that'll be right inside the medical room. All right, now, Xander, what kind of fighty guy are you? You're telling me you're okay at shooting and okay at melee. Actually, you're terrible at both, to be honest. But what we're going to do is probably give you a bow as your primary. You keep that club as your secondary. Maybe take a stabby. Are you all patched up? Yes, you are. All right, that being the case, equip the bow. And I'll probably equip this stabby as a sidearm. Looking good. Food, we're down to 6 food. So... we're obviously only beginning to do growing over here. We're going to need to hunt for food, and I would like the leathers to make some better beds here, such that we could maybe have more rested sleep and more recovery versus sleeping in this thing here. Room 10 infection chance, 60%. Really? Surgery success factor, 50%. What about over here in this one? This is surgery success 72. That's a hell of a lot better than 50, which is what these are right now. I would love to put in a floor to there. We got 344 wood. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go to... so this floor mod has some awesome floors, but they take 15 wood each, which is insanity. Even these ones over here, they get the same beauty and they're a lot less wood. For now, I'm just going to do something simple. We'll put like a barn board floor in here. Just to keep it clean. To reduce the chances of infection and all that stuff. And that'll be very little wood. These muffalos that are up here, you know what? I think it's going to be time to hunt them to the ground. Ooh, or I could go for that mega sloth. There's 2 mega sloths. All right, never mind. Let's actually cancel all these things. We will hunt the mega sloths because they give like 300-something wood. And there's actually 2 of them. Very rarely do you see that. I think they give a lot more than the muffalos. Let's take a look. The muffalos will give you meat amount 189. Leather amount 53. Versus 360, so like double the meat almost. And I forget what the leather, this is 100 over here. What did I just say this one was 5 seconds ago? 53. Yeah, so double the food, double the leather on the sloths for the same basic amount of work to bring them back. So that being the case, look at Bessie over there. She just threw that whole floor right in. That is nice. Oh, it's a heat wave. Luckily, I have 274 wood, and each one of these takes 50. Let's throw one in here. And then one over here. And that's it. The bedrooms will have to stay hut. Because I don't want to spend more than 100 wood on that. We need to do a lot of choppies. And I really need to get some growing going here at some point. And I also really need some medications. We're down to 11 and I've got nothing right now. Speaking of, does anyone even have the ability to grow such things? Nope, you actually need a 6 and Bessie has a 5. So she'll get it soon enough. For now, though, let's do grow zone only, rather. Rich soil only. And we'll throw in something like that. I'll continue it over here. Let's grab it. Let's come back and heal root it up. Actually, you need 8. I thought you needed 6. You need 8. We're not going to get that anytime soon. Ooh, okay. Let's kind of do some darkness fixes here, by which I mean furniture. We'll do a basic torch. We'll put one in here, and we'll put one in there. That'll look symmetrical. We don't need them in the sleeping rooms, I don't think. We do need them in kind of the rooms where everyone is all the time. Now, oh, we already got a sloth. Holy mother of heavens. Wow. Bessie killed a sloth, hauled it in, and then is out here killing another one. What a freaking champ. Holy mother of heavens. That's insanity. While having heat stroke, mind you, while the sun's going down in 110-degree heat. You guys imagine hunting a mega sloth? Like, imagine like a cow. Double the size of a cow so it looks like a bison or something. Then quadruple the size of that so it looks like a mega sloth. And then go out in the 110-degree heat and then shoot it with a freaking bow and arrow from, like, the 1200s. Imagine doing that. Like, that's insanity. It's absolute insanity. Speaking of, since I live in Arizona, there's all these, like, really cool native places around here that I've gone to. And you'd say they're old houses from hundreds of years ago. And, like, these paths, they used to be like, oh, hey, I need some water. Time to walk 45 miles to go to the freaking creek with a bucket on my back and then carry back an insane amount of, like, water. Like, think of how much weight that would be. And they just, like, throw it in, like, a room or something. I don't even know. But, yeah, it really makes you think about, like, how unbelievably inefficient and not fun that would have been. Then again, I mean, if that's all you knew, maybe it was fun. Maybe you just, like, told your tribal stories on the way out and, you know, high-five some people. Maybe you didn't even have language. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I know for one thing, though, you didn't have vampires threatening to bite your neck at any given moment. Speaking of, this worked out really perfectly here for Xander. So I bit him a little bit. He'll heal back up, no problem. He didn't die. And I am now to full, giving us a bit of a reprieve. Hopefully the next raid can come in and we can capture some people. Speaking of capturing people, as a vampire here, part of the mod, you can at any point right-click on someone and just go feed on them. So when a raiders come in, you can literally just waltz up to them and feed on them to death until they're all, like, knocked out. It's insane. Let's go. I got a point in vampirism just here. I don't know why you get... It seems extremely easy to level up. Like, I'll have all of these things leveled up in a year and a half to full. Whoa! What's going on now? Major break risk, Xander? Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that. Chief among them is that we don't have construction going on here. No, that's the wrong thing. That's prioritize working on passive cooler. That's what I want. Let's make sure that construct, place frame. Cinnamon has it on a 3. She has cooking above that. Let's put cooking on a 4. Good. That'll solve that problem. Now she'll always do construct the place frames because it's on a 3. Xander has a construction skill of 11. He actually should have this same thing right here. Let's do 2, 2, 2. We'll do 4, 4. We'll put that on a 4. We'll just copy the thing right above here. 1. Why does it sound like... Oh, I was on fire because I went outside during the day, it seems. Put that on a 4. We'll shut that down. Looking good. All right, Xander, what's your issue here? Urgently hungry. Really? We'll never do doctoring. All right, Bessie. Prioritize feeding Xander. Unfortunately, you won't do it because you're sleeping. So, Xander's just going to sit here starving. Why doesn't he just get out of bed and feed himself? Like, you don't seem like a vampire in the making, friend. Wouldn't it be funny, though, if, like, 50 episodes from now, the 78-year-old Xander, by then, like, 82, turns into a vampire? And we go, look how cool he'd be, though, with a blood-red beard. Oh, my God. We could just waltz into a town and, like, chompies all the live-long night, as they say. I guess it wouldn't be the live-long night. It'd be like the die short night or something. Quite frankly, I have no idea where that expression came from, and now I'm very, very interested to know. Hey, speaking of, nope. Second Mega Sloth is indeed dead, and Cinnamon is going to haul it, okay? I wanted to see how much leather I have here. Where the heck is all that stuff? In here? Here we go. Mega Sloth leather. So it's at 100, right? But I only got 75 plus 22, so slightly less than 100, which actually makes kind of a big deal because I need exactly 100 to make 2 of these things. But let's do Mega Sloth leather. Wait. Did that just change? No, it's 50 Mega Sloth leather per bedroll. So we get 2 beds in here. Let's just throw, like... let's just make 3 here for now. I know I'm going to have enough to make those. For sure. Now that I think about it, I really don't need this cooler over here because no one's going to be in there long enough for it to make any difference. Oh, Xander finally got himself up out of bed playing Hoopstone. Looking good. We do have cooked jerk meats on work up there. Other cooks, which are indeed Xander. Xander put that on a 3, put that on a 4. Good. You'll do everything. You'll do cleaning first, of course, but otherwise you'll be fine. Speaking of cleaning, let's take a look here. Orders, zone area, expand home area. That's a lot of area to clean, but we probably already cleaned most of it, so we'll not have to worry about it too much. Xander's just making friends here with Bessie, it looks like. Playing Hoopstone, and it's kind of a nice little... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, kind of a nice little medieval room. Now Xander's working on it. Look at that guy go. He's running all around. Like we have a mega sloth with its nose over the fireplace. Medieval times. You silly goose. All right, we got 1 meat. Oh, we got actually 10 down here. Someone cooked some up, so great. Xander's putting this room together. He's cleaning it up. Oh, that is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's make this a medical. Good. Can someone butcher this up here? Let's go to work and cooking. Let's actually put butcher on a 3, because I want it done faster than everything else, including cooking, so that the corpses don't spoil. And now Xander's cooking berries. Okay. We're not getting very far here in this, that's for sure. Bessie's chopping wood, but for what purpose? Just to have it? Interesting. Because she has hauling so high, she's actually, like, immediately hauling the wood back. Probably, well, I guess that's actually okay. I was gonna say it wasn't that efficient, but quite frankly, I think it's okay. I mean, that we just get the wood into the stockpile sooner rather than having it laying all over the map like normal. Speaking of, as you guys will well remember, I am always, always, always short on wood. I guarantee you I will lay this place to the ground eventually, and we will still be short on wood. Oh, it's going to be so fun. The reason being, though, especially now, is that all these crazy floors with 15 wood apiece, of which I do intend to use all of them eventually. I'm only using this barn floor temporarily just to get rid of infection and whatnot. But we definitely want to get out of a barn as soon as possible. But yeah, once we get into these woods, it's just going to be like clear-cut the entire universe. Why is Bessie chopping these? Oh, because they're in the grow zone, and she has plant cutting higher than growing. Let's temporarily put her plant cutting lower, and the same deal on Xander. Both you get lower plant cutting. I like that. They're making friends out there. Fleetingly chatted about their bucket lists with Bessie. Okay, Bessie started the conversation and talked about their bucket list with Bessie again. Really? God, Xander, he's just all about the bucket list. I mean, I guess he is 78 years old. He doesn't have much time left. He does not have much time left. You know, I had never even heard the term bucket list until, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago or so when I had watched Easy A. Literally never heard it. That's just strange thinking about it now. Of course, like the second I hear it, it comes up in like 90 different locations in the next like 2 weeks. All right, so Xander's over here, Bessie's over here, and that leaves... You know what? If I wanted to, I could undo this medical thing, and then Cinnamon can have that room, and we can actually get rid of this one over there. No one really wants to sleep next to a vampire, right? Like, hey guys, I'm just gonna take a nap here. If you get hungry, don't mind me. Which, by the way, is how Christine died in the last test campaign. Literally taking a nap next to me, and I went berserk and just ate her to death. And that was the end of the campaign. The last colonist alive. One intense, mind you. All right, so Cinnamon's making... Oh, wait a minute. Are we hauling these meats out there? Cooked jerk meats. Drop... No, it's on drop on the floor. But she has hauling very high and haul rottable very high. So the second it drops, maybe they get hauled to the higher priority stockpile. That's probably what's going on. All right. In that case, I should probably not have my chefs on super high hauling priority. But at the same time, I need everybody... Yeah, I'm just going to let it go for now. No, I'm not going to let it go. That is way too much hauling. So Cinnamon and Xander need to not have haul rottable. The only problem is then I only have one person hauling stuff when it rains outside. At least let's have Cinnamon not do it, right? What is this? Haul deteriorating items. We'll put that up on a 5, so it's behind cooking. And I think it's over here. Haul rottable items up on a 5. Great. Strip corpses, bury corpses, re-honor them. Good. Let's get rid of that. And now Cinnamon should... Yes, she just cooks it, drops it on the floor, and she's off to do something else. Oh, she's going to go train White. That's right. I was training White in his skills heater. How did he do? Well, he's got obedience somehow. Not bad. Apparently, I have my poor animal sleeping outside face down in the ferns or whatever. That's from a prior campaign. Let's build a copy of those in here, if nothing else. You know? Like, that's kind of a really dumb place to put those. No, not Link. Not Link. There we go. The spot Link was in. He doesn't even care. He's still sleeping. Face down. No, never mind. Just wandering around now. All right, come on, Cinnamon. Train up the White for us. Trained release. 100% chance. 2 out of 2. There we go. All right. What this means now is that Bessie can have an animal. Let's go to animals over here. We will assign White to Bessie. Fantastic. We will make sure that follow master while the master is drafted is on, and also while the master is doing field work, hunting, or taming. Perfect. Exactly what we want. Nice. Xander's hauling that stuff now, but Cinnamon's not. We do have all of these extra beds, which means I can grab all these guys and deconstruct them. Let's reinstall at least 2 of them up here. Whoopsie daisy, that was kind of dumb. Perfect. All right, those will be our medical beds. And do we have any more sloth? We got 28, so not enough to make another bedroll. All right. This colony's coming along just fine and dandy-like. Just fine and dandy. We got 400 meat. I'm guessing a lot of that's going to rot pretty soon. Spoils in 1 day. Now we got a little bit of time. Xander's playing Hoopstone. Well, Bessie comes in to eat a little bit. Beautiful. Cinnamon is taking a nap down here in this sleeping spot I didn't realize I had because it was hidden underneath a tree, but I got rid of it. That should be all of my sleeping spots gone. Finally. Security is really our next big issue. We haven't had a raid in a little bit of a while. And I'm betting the next one's not going to be a fun time, right? I'm not sure what to do about it. I could make this kind of a wall and that a wall, and we could defend out from there, but I have to cut all this stuff out. Or I could just wing it. The next raid can't be that big. Especially if I'm not pausing anymore during the raids, if I can remember not to do it. Wow, they really, really, really... Why are they cutting this instead of growing, is my question. Because the plant cutting is lower. I don't know. Well, there we go. Bessie's growing now that I asked the question and look at it. Oh, no! Megasloth meat's rotting away. Holy Xander. You need to get on that cooking, friends. Unfortunately, we're never going to cook all of this fast enough. You know what, though? Oh, you know what? That stuff's not inside, and that's why we're getting a penalty for cooking outside. So let's do this. Let's grab this. Let's actually reinstall it in here. Although it's kind of a really dumb place for it. Let's put it over there. Let's grab the butcher's block. We'll reinstall it like right there. Beautiful. We have another fire pit. We'll grab that. We'll install that right here. So we have 2 people cooking. And then we're probably going to want to put our meat in here, I suppose. So let's throw up a quick stockpile like right here. Yeah, I won't care about the smell of like rotting meat next to me all the live long day. Nah, it's not a problem. I won't even notice it. Quick meat. Awesome. All right, so that should get in here pretty quick. You guys really, if I could wake you up and make you cook a little bit, that'd be ideal. Oh, the summer cedar. Beautiful. All that growing season to grow our 8 rice. Just what we want, right? Cinnamon. Let's get through this meat. So we get 21 jerk meats, 2 weak stews. We have a lot of meat here, but some of it's already rotting. 271. Hopefully we can cook this up. Yep, there goes 68 of it. Bloody hell. Although the second sloth came in much later, so maybe the rest of it we can actually get to. Would have been so much faster if I put this inside. At this point, I'm feeling like the next big raid is going to be incoming anytime soon. It's probably going to be 3 people. Not a huge deal. I'm hoping I have a success with it, even though I have no defenses. But after that, I'm definitely going to have to work on defenses. That's for sure. I probably will want to expand out the rest of the base with lots of wood chops. Oh, more 75 meat just rotted. That's such a waste. Such a waste. Okay, this thing got set over there, right? Let's copy all of these. Let's come over here into this one. Let's paste a link. So any modifications we do over here will be copied into this one as well. Beautiful. And yep, Bessie's moving that in. Awesome. Can we actually get Xander up over here to prioritize cooking? Nope, reserved by Cinnamon. Okay. Let's do this then. Let's go to this one, prioritize cooking. Beautiful. Now we're talking. Xander's going to cook while Bessie hauls in the meat. Oh, wait, we're actually out of the meat. Really? I guess it all just rotted away. All right, well. We've got at least some meals here, so there's that. Let's grab these things here to make a medical. Good. And yeah, so defenses and farming before the season is over and we come into the winter. Ooh, I'd love to hunt these guys. They're so close. So much leather we could use for bedrolls and chairs and stuff. Maybe even some... Oh, that's right. Armors. Forgot about my armors. I don't have anyone getting around to crafting because I've had too much work to do, including all of this growing. We really want to have a full set of armor, preferably before even the next raid, because we're kind of taking a risk there if we don't, but we also really need to get this growing done so we have some food. So I'm not sure what's more important at this point. I'm just going to leave it alone. And apparently that heat wave that happened before is gone, because I don't see it here anymore, although it is still 93 and raining. That's going to be an awful, awful situation unless you're from Florida and you're used to it. I really just want to see Xander finish this up with Bessie and then actually see if he goes into crafting. We do have the wood. We have 800 wood to make all that armor. Oh, look at this. Is this the formation of a friendship here? Bessie's age 27. Xander's age 78. I can see where this is going. Holy mother of heavens. Xander is my rival. He hates me. 15 for biting him in the neck. Look at the Xander. He's got a leaf over him. That's amazing. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, I'm not getting sidetracked and distracted every 5 seconds in this campaign at all. Although I will say, after playing for an hour and a half, I really am getting back into the spirit of recording. Here we go, social. So, harm me 15, imprison me faction negative 40. All right. Bessie still has the negative 40, but had a lot of small talk. They talked about charity. They talked about ethics, hopes, and dreams. Not bad. She doesn't like Bessie, or he doesn't like Bessie, rather. But once that faction and prison buff goes away, he might. And then over here on Cinnamon, same kind of deal. Cinnamon recruited Xander, so plus 20. That offsets the faction imprisonment quite a bit. I think Xander might be a good addition to this colony at some point. Unless in like 5 days I just eat him to death because I'm bored out of my mind. I don't know. We'll have to see in 5 days. But right now, though, this is coming along. It looks almost sort of medieval. Got a little room here. We got like jerked meats on the right next to the sleeping bed, next to some sort of like makeshift cooler. Bunch of chairs we hobbled together that are all... Actually, this one is... Well, this is awful. But these ones are surprisingly good and good. Huh. Got a hoop stone here. We're just... I guess the game is you throw the stone over the fire, don't knock it down and burn the castle down. Woo! Nice job, Cinnamon. And then into the hoop. And then hopefully bounce it off the thing and not hit anybody in the head while they're sleeping in the medical bed. Very, very OSHA approved right here to this stuff. 100%. Are we still chopping these trees with Xander? I want to get to crafting before the episode's over, which is like 2 minutes from now. I really... I'm going to go on 3 times speed. I do have 4 times speed mod, but I feel like it's super blurry and it renders kind of bad. Who is this idle? Whoa, Cinnamon, what the hell you mean you're idle? This can't be. You will not do growing or plant cutting. There's no mining. You can do crafting, but you're not very... I guess, I mean, if I want to put it on like an 8 or something, we could at least have you do basic crafting, you know? Right? You could also do hunting, I suppose. I mean, let's put that... Oh, we will put hunting on. We'll put it on like an 8, so it comes before crafting. Maybe I should have you actually... You're not going to be a very good crafter. I know you're going to go down there and you're making a recurve bow. It just seems like such a waste, right? Let's grab all these Muffalos. We're going to grab every one of them. We're going to hunt them into oblivion. Cinnamon, alert, unalert. You should now haul that to a stockpile on your way to go hunt all those guys. No, you're going to go make a recurve bow. Why the hell are you making a recurve bow? I don't understand. You have crafting on a 9 and hunting on an 8, and there are things to hunt, right? Oh, for God's sakes. All right, we'll take it off. Cinnamon, go do the right thing. Now you're idle. What? Am I an idiot? No. Oh, you didn't have your bow. Okay, so yes, I am an idiot. Problem solved. Let's go over here to crafting on a 9. So just in case there's no hunting, Cinnamon will at least have some basic kind of lame stuff to do. Oh, nice. Nice job. Cinnamon executed that Muffalo pretty fast. This will bolster our jerked meats for the winter, assuming we can ever make some regular stews or whatever with our 6 rice. Oh god, this is like... In one way... Oh, Link, what are you doing eating the raw meat, little buddy? I guess that's okay. You're a growing Yorkshire Terrier. Maybe someday you can be as big as White, if you're lucky, little guy. Look at him. Look at him. He's so little and dopey. He's got round cheeks. Cinnamon got food poisoning from weak stew. All right, that makes some sense because we have no floor here. Let's put in a barn floor over here as well. You have enough wood for that, I feel. Nice. Xander and... Oh, Cinnamon's throwing up. She's so sick of, like, eating food that was rolled around in the dirt before it was cooked. But look at that. She cleaned it right up, reducing our chances of infection. Or food poisoning, not infection. Infection would have been over here. All right. So this is because we have the cooking on a higher priority. So what's going to happen is... Why is Xander moving those things over there right away? Cook stew, drop on floor. And he's moving them, like, super fast to the meal place. That's right, because I didn't do the same thing for him as I did with Cinnamon, which was to reduce this and this. Perfect. So Bessie will do all that crazy haul. I guess Bessie is the de facto hauler somehow. Meanwhile, Cinnamon and Xander are the cleaners cooks, and that's going to work out for me just fine. By the way, we've got now enough Muffalo leather to make 1 more bedroll. And I am indeed going to do that. Let's come over here. Furniture. We're going to go for a Muffalo leather bedroll. We'll put it right here. And there we go. Hour and a half. This should definitely be the end of the episode. But I want to just finish a couple more things. Just a couple more things. Oh, speaking of end of the episode, if anyone's actually watched this far, hit the like button if, and only if, you want people to see the episode and make the channel grow. Hopefully a fraction of those people send me money, and then I can give that money to other people to do work for me so I can stay here and record all day long. Because I am so freaking sick of putting in wooden floors, which is what I've been doing the last 10 days and what I will be doing tomorrow as well. Just like installing floors. Not that I'm a floor installer or anything. I just had 1,000,000 freaking miles of floor to install, and I don't have anyone to do it, which I used to have. But anyways, yeah, that's the thing. Always gotta click the button on the first episode. Don't care about the rest of them. Etc. Now, Bessie, what are you up to? This is very important here. Taking weak stew, hunting Muffalo. Okay. So the problem is we got 4 hunted Muffalos, and we're gonna be busy butchering these things into the millennium. So we're not gonna get to finishing growing this anytime soon. That is a lot of work right there. Then we gotta put in the floors. We gotta make some kind of defenses. There's gonna be a raid soon. And then... What's the other thing I really wanted to do? Oh, I needed to make armor as well. God, it's a toss-up between, am I better off making armors now? Oh, it's a raid! Oh, it's only 2 raiders. Woo! Hoopily doopily, friends. All right, a group of tribespeople from Compact of Mavexa have arrived nearby. This should be no problem. No problem whatsoever, but it is a good stopping point for the episode. So, when's we returning? Groose and Sayo will be executed summarily, and hopefully they will be fed to me because I'm getting a wee bit hungry, as they say, and I don't want to be killing somebody, which I absolutely will do if we don't kill these guys first. But until the future, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. You gotta distract me. Just shoot! I'm an evil vampire. Shoot! Quick! Nibble's down to 3 health. Come on! You don't have time for this! Alright, stabby! Take him down! Oh god. Cinnamon, put me down. Nibble! No! Cinnamon! Hit! Oh, bloody hell.